So here we have a 2003 Ferrari 360 Spyder. This one is blue on tan leather. And this one's pretty much, for me, don't know too much about the vehicle, but it does have a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, made it to a 6-speed automated manual transmission. That gives us 400 horsepower, 276 pound-feet of torque. And this one just has around 8,000 miles on it, so pretty low for it to be a 2003. For the front end there, we do have the high intensity discharge headlamps. You can see one of them has gone out. And with a vehicle this old, it's kind of one of those things where you have to keep, I mean, maintenance can be expensive on these as it is, but certain things can be expensive when they do actually go out, like headlamps. Here we have the 18-inch aluminum wheels. And I'm just gonna give you a quick look. This is how we open the door there. And then power driver's seat. We can lean this up, and that's kind of gone out there. And then we have storage behind. And then speaking of which, this button over here, I'll show you what this is. This is for the gas cap. This is to open the front trunk. This is to pull the soft top back. And then this is for the storage compartment here. It's just a release. And then you can close that back manually. So the reason I don't have the top down is because we've been having technical difficulties with that. So that's why it's up right now. So I apologize for that, but I've been trying to do this for about 20-30 minutes. I cannot get that top to go down correctly. But there's the rear end. Listen to that exhaust. So huge shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this vehicle. I'll definitely make sure we get that top fixed. But here's our front passenger seat. And I literally just had somebody come over here as a police officer. I thought I was gonna get in trouble, but he literally just wanted to come over and look at this thing because you don't see these every day. Some people don't see these in their entire lifetime, so I'm so glad I was able to take a look at this one in particular. I'm gonna go ahead and get that hood open. But just a super fun car to be able to take a look at today. And I had a little issue getting this up, but now I kind of know where the latch is. Make sure that's all the way up. It just bumped me in the head when I tried to do this the first time. But here we have all the books and such. I mean, it still has everything, which is fantastic. It probably has some expensive service records in there as well, but we won't dwell on that. And that's the aftermarket radio that's in this one in particular. And then with your suitcase, you can have that kind of strapped up here. And a nice little, ow, my head. But again, just a super fun car to be able to review here. I'm gonna hop in the driver's seat. And just how this format's set up, I've been hitting the gas pedal on accident. I'm 6'3", and my head isn't necessarily touching the roof of the ceiling, but it's pretty close. There's the horn for that. Paddle shifters are behind the steering wheel. And then we can toggle the sport mode, a few other things there. There's the radio. And then we have the buttons for the power windows. So they're just one touch up and down for the driver's side, and then just a regular power window for the front passenger, which is interesting. But we do get automatic climate control, so we can set that to auto for fan speed, auto for fan direction, then we can adjust the actual temperature here, whether we're in the manual mode or the automatic mode, and we can cut everything off hitting that button. Now, I do want to mention one thing. I made a short for this because it's pretty interesting. When you put the key in the ignition, because it is a turn key, this one has the alarm, so you put the key in the ignition when it's unlocked, you click it, and I think it beeps twice, or it's kind of iffy. You just got to do it. So you stick the key in the ignition, don't turn it, hit the button, and then you turn it, and it should crank up. Otherwise, it'll just sit there almost in like a limp mode, and it'll just turn over, but it won't actually start up. So there are a couple videos online for that. And like I said, I'm going to put one on there as well for those that might have an issue starting this up. But of course, we start out in neutral when we start the vehicle, and to put it in gear, you just hit that paddle shifter there, foot on the brake, and then to put it back into neutral, You grab both paddles and you can do it that way. And then for reverse, hit the brake, pull up, pull down. That'll put you in a reverse there. And then you can also hit the auto mode, and then it'll shift for you, and you don't have to necessarily use the paddle shifters. I gotta do this again, hold on. But power mirror controls are here. You can pick a right side, left side, and adjust hazards. And then we do have the cigarette lighter there. And our parking lights there, I believe. Emergency brake. And again, this is for the gas cap, the front trunk, for the soft top, and then for that storage compartment. And we can close all that up there. We can set these lights. Just a super cool car to be able to look at here again. But that pretty much sums it up. Not much going on in the interior, but now for the fun part, let's go ahead and take this 2003 Ferrari 360 Spyder out on the road for a test drive.